Good morning, student. Today we'll be discussing first topic of 6th standard science subject, that is food. Where does it come from? So very interesting lesson, because our life depends upon the food, and food is our basic need. So in this lesson we'll learn in detail about the points like food and nutrients, ingredients of food we'll discuss. We'll also discuss the sources of food. We'll also discuss food habits of animal. So there are different animals around us and they eat different kinds of food. That topic we learn in this part. And at last, food chain, how the different animal get the food in the environment. These are the certain points which we are going to discuss in this lesson, that is food. Where does it come from? The first point is about food and nutrient. So you are well aware about the food. Food is fuel for the body. Just imagine if you are not going to eat the food for a day, what happens? You feel energy less. Your body will not be able to work efficiently as you do after eating the food. So the food is very important part of our body. So food can be considered as a fuel for the body. And the food which we eat, it contains certain chemical substances that helps us to do our daily activities. That chemical substances are called as nutrients of food. That we are going to learn in the second chapter about the various types of nutrient in detail. So in this chapter we are going to discuss only about the food. So the food has certain functions in the body. So let us discuss about the functions of food. So you know very well about the food. When you eat the food, functions. Let us write functions of food, not food function. Functions of food. The first main function of food is it gives us energy. The food which we consume, it gives us energy to do various activities of our life, just like running, walking, talking. Even when we sleep, at that time also our body requires energy to do various internal function of the body. So the first function of the food is it gives us energy for our body to do various activities. The second function of our body, it helps in growth. So the food which we eat, it helps our body to grow. So all the living organisms are made up of cells, and they grow in their lifespan up to a certain age limit. Plants grow throughout their lifespan, and the other animal, they grow up to a age limit. So that growth can be done with the help of food. The second function of food is it helps in the growth. The third function of food is keeps us fit and healthy. When we consume the food, what happens? It makes us, it keeps us fit and healthy. It keeps us free from number of diseases. That also we are going to discuss in the second topic, that is component of food. How the food helps to keep our body fit and healthy. So please make a point that the functions of food. Functions of food are gives us energy, helps in growth, keeps us fit and healthy. This is the first topic about the food and nutrient. Now the question comes: what we consume in our food. We eat different food items. What we do, we eat different food items. Example: we eat chapati, we eat rice, we eat sambar, we eat curry. So how the chapati, sambar, curry is made? So they made from the different materials. They made from the different materials. The food which we eat, they made from the different material, and that materials are called as ingredients of food. that are called as ingredients of food, which are made by the different materials. To make a chapati you require wheat flour, to make a sambar you need tur dal, you need oil, you need spices. So all together when you use them you can make different dishes of food which plays a very important role in our life. Then the question comes, the next question comes, from where does we get the ingredients? To make food we require ingredients. From where does we get the ingredient? This is our topic, main topic of lesson, that is the sources of food. So for example, wheat we get from the plant. Wheat we get from the plant. For example, you also take milk as your food item. From where you get the milk? You get the milk from the animal. You eat egg. From where you get the egg? You get egg from the animal. So on that basis we can classify the food, sources of food. We can classify the sources of food into two main categories, that is plants and second animals. So here we can classify the sources of food into plants and animals. Then fine. Then the question comes, do we eat all plant? No, we do not eat all plant. Neither we eat the whole plant. What we eat different parts of the plant and particular plant. So the sources of food which we eat the plant parts. That is, just take, we eat part of some plant roots. In some plant we eat root. Example, you can take carrot. So carrot is a part of plant which grows under the ground. This is called as root. We take as our food. Apart from this, you can take radish. Radish also is a root which we consume as a food. Then the next part of the plant is stem. So stem is also a part of plant. In some plant we eat stem as our food. That is, you can take potato, you can take sugarcane. So both potato and sugarcane are the stems of plant, which are again the part of plant we consume as our food. Next comes leaf. In some plant we consume food as leaf. Example, spinach, cabbage, etc. They are the examples of leaf which we consume as food. Next comes fruit. We take flower. In some plants we take flower as our food, as it is cauliflower. Then in some plants we eat fruit as food, that is apple, banana, etc. are the sources of food from the plants. Apart from that, we also get the seeds of plant like wheat, millet, etc. They are the examples of seeds which we consume as food. And this is the first source of food, that is plant. Then we will be learning about the food from the animal. So animal food will get that is, we take milk, we take egg, we get meat and honey. So these are the animal food item which we get. Milk again has number of byproducts. You can take curd, you can take ghee, you can take paneer, you can take buttermilk. They all are the examples of byproduct which we get from the animal as our food. Then comes egg. Egg also we get from the animal which we consume as a food. Meat is also we get from the animals, and it is also called as animal food. Honey is made from the honeybees by a method which we call as a animal food. So these are the two sources of food which we get from the animal, plants and animals. Now The next part of our lesson is food habits of animals. Food habits of animals. Around us, we find different kinds of animal. It may be cow, it may be buffalo, it may be ox, it may be tiger, it may be lion, it may be vulture, it may be a very small animal like mosquito, leech, etc. They are different types of animal, and their food habit is also different from one another. So on that basis, we can classify the animals into different categories. That is, the first category on the basis of food habit can be classified as herbivores. Herbivores are herbivorous animal. So these are the type of animals which eat only the plant and plant product. So these animals, what they eat only the plant and plant product. Such animals are called as herbivorous animals or herbivores. Example, you can take cow. So cow is the best example for the herbivore. For the jungle, you can take deer. Deer eats only the plant and the plant product, hence it is called as herbivore animal. And the second category is carnivore. Here the carnivore or the carnivorous animal, they eat only the flesh of other animal. They catch the animals and kill them and eat their flesh as their food, and they are called as carnivorous animal. Example, tiger. Example, tiger. So these animals, they eat the flesh of other animal and they have been grouped in the carnivorous category. The third type of category is omnivorous. Omnivorous animal. So here what they eat? Here they eat both the plant and the plant product. They are called as omnivorous animal. The best example is human being. So you can see human eat the plant product as well as the flesh of other animal. This is the third category on the basis of food habit. The fourth category are the very small animals. They disturb us very lot. That is parasites. So the parasites are the very small animal. They feed on the other animals' body. For example, mosquito. So mosquito, they suck our blood. Blood is the digested food. They suck the blood and they survive in the environment. Hence they are called as parasites. At last, the category that is scavengers. These are the types of animals. They eat the dead bodies of other animal and keep the surrounding neat and clean. Example, vulture. The difference between the carnivores and scavengers are carnivores, they kill the animal and eat the flesh, whereas the scavengers, they eat the dead bodies of other animal, that is vulture. These are the 5 categories on the basis of food habit we can classify. First one is herbivorous, second one is carnivorous, third one is omnivorous, fourth one is parasite, and the fifth one is scavengers. Please make a note. And the last topic of our lesson, today's lesson is food chain. Food chain help us to understand how animals get their food in the environment. For example, plants are called as producers. They don't require any food. They make the food for the whole living world. Plants are called as producers. This plant is eaten by grasshopper. This plant is eaten by grasshopper. So here the energy flow will take place. Again the grasshopper is eaten by frog. Frog is eaten by snake. A snake is eaten by bird. You can see a series of animals are interrelated. A number of animals are interrelated on the basis of getting food. So this type of relation is called as food chain. When the grasshopper eats the plant, there is a flow of energy from the plant to the grass. So the food for the grasshopper is plant, and the frog eats the grasshopper. So the food for the frog is grasshopper. Flow of energy will take place from the grasshopper to the frog. The frog is again eaten by snake. Again there is a flow of food from the frog to the snake, and the snakes are eaten by the birds. So this is an example of food chain which we see around us. Like this, there are number of food chains which help us to understand how the animals get the food in the environment. So this is the first topic which I hope that you people have enjoyed the lesson, and we will do the assignment given to you people. Thank you.